What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
I was muted for a second, but what is up, everybody? What is up, Raider Nation? What is going on? It's your boy Darion coming to you live with another video. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all should be able to hear me now. I was muted for like crazy stuff. So I don't know what was going on with my audio, but yeah, I know y'all was about to tell me the audio and everything, but it's all good now. It's all good now. But we're here and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of stuff we're going to go over today that I saw on like a few Raiders websites, Raiders news websites. But breaking news, y'all. How do y'all feel about the video? I don't know if y'all saw the video. Make sure y'all go check out the video of Jalen Richard. With the foot injury, he is out indefinitely, which it sucks as of right now. But you know, I'm gonna make sure I have everybody on here. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat already. We got about 11 people on Spotlight Raiders Talk. Got a few people on Twitter. We got a few people on Facebook as well. We're live on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and on the Spotlight Sports Network as well. Make sure you go to spotlightsportsgear.com and get your Spotlight Raiders Talk merch because it is 15% off all the way up to August 7th. You do not want to miss that. So make sure you go to spotlightsportsgear.com and go get your Spotlight Raiders Talk merch. So before we get into anything, I want to shout out to Temp. What's going on, my guy? Dominique 5, what's going on, my guy? Raider Pete is in his biatch. What's up, man? What's going on? Roy, what's going on? Rob Gas, I know y'all can't hear me, but you can hear me now. There we go. Mr. Nick, what's going on, Mr. Nick? What's going on? But yeah, man, bad news on Richard, but expensive. Yeah, he's getting paid $3 million. And I just feel like it's time to cut him. It's just been a lot of information coming out about Jalen Richard to a point where you're paying him $3 million. He barely been on the field since training camp started, and he just got off the COVID-19 reserve list. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to understand like why he stayed getting hurt for no reason. Yes, this is a call-in show, but when I'm ready to open up the lines, I will open up the lines, Marcus Howard. I will open up the lines. As of right now, we're just talking some Raiders news, and there's a few Raiders news that had came out, according to a few websites, especially Raiders Wire, Just Blog Baby. Just let you know the Raiders did not practice today, so we're not going to be on here that long because there's not really much to talk about according to training camp because the Raiders did not practice today and it wasn't no press conference for the Raiders at all today as well. So it's not going to be as long. So probably in the next, once it hits 30 minutes, Once it hits 30 minutes, then I'm going to open up the lines, be on, have phone calls for 30 minutes, and I'm going to end this let within the hour. Because at the end of the day, it's not really much to talk about when it comes to the Raider Nation, because Raiders did not have practice today. They did not have practice at all. Shout out to Luis. Luis, what's going on, my guy? David on Facebook, what's going on? David Perez Jr., what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Oh God. Mr. Nick says not to mention Trey Riggins has looked impressive in camp. He sure did. He has looked really impressive in camp. He looked very impressive in camp. So should we give a chance to Riggins and punt return, I guess, Renfro? Well, Riggins is a running back. So and Renfro's a wide receiver. Renfro's going to get his time. Renfro's going to get we got to link up those, son. You're right around the corner, my G. I'm actually back in Philly, bro. I'm actually back in Philadelphia. I'm not in Jersey at this moment. I am back in Philadelphia, so I'm not in Jersey at this moment. Jonathan Emmanuel Navarro, what's going on? We need to replace our athletic trainer. Probably. We probably need to replace our athletic trainer. Miguel Ruiz, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it, my guy. Really do appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in to the live show. So we're not going to be on here too long because the Raiders didn't practice today. And at the end of the day, it's not really too much, coming out, about Charles Woodson going into the Hall of Fame. And, they talked a little bit about Brian Edwards. I'm actually going Raiders.com as we speak, but I'm going to go to justblogbaby.com because at the end of the day, Just Blog Baby has everything that needs to be had. So let me just give it that just right there. So Renfro is too valuable to put them on return. Can't risk injuries on special teams. That's a fact. Dominique Five says, what you think about McCoy is no guarantee he makes the roster. Keep in mind. I am going to get to the Gerald McCoy situation. I am going to talk about that as well on the show. You can't replace him is Gruden's son, LOL. What's the issue on all the office people leave it? That's another thing too. That's another thing. I don't know why a lot of the Raiders front office will leave it. I don't know. Every season is the same story with these injuries, whether it's preseason, during the regular season. Shaking my head. Yes, I have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree, Jonathan. I'm gonna have to agree, my bro, because at the end of the day, bro, like it's just been a lot. It's been a lot with these trainers, and everybody stay getting hurt over and over and over again. So, in my opinion, I just feel like when it comes to that, something has to be done. Something has to be done there. Dell Jr., what's going on, man? DT Fallon tore it down. G Incognito, really, but they didn't have practice today. From what I remember, I seen the Raiders training camp schedule, and I didn't see they had practice today. I didn't even see they had a press conference today either. So that's why we're not going to be on here too long. We're going to talk a little bit of the Raider stuff, and we're going to go ahead about our business. I wish I could do the Hall of Fame game tonight, but no, I play flag football, so I had 2 games tonight, so I won't be able to do the Hall of Fame game. I was going to do it on the Spotlight Raiders Talk just to give y'all some football, but I got 2 flag football games. I have a double header tonight, so I will not be able to do the Hall of Fame game. That sucks, but I will be doing Raiders preseason games next week, so make sure y'all there for that. Hello, bro. Did you see the news about the running back? Yes. So let's get into that. Let's get into that now, because I know that's the biggest thing right now is the Jalen Richard situation. So let me go over to RaidersWire.com and we're going to talk about it. Hold on. Let me just I could go to it from here actually. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely pull it up about Jalen Richard, because is that news definitely have to come out, And that news have to be told. Have to be told. People sleeping on fire line 8 sacks, and I'm predicting for this talented DT. Raider Carlos, what's good? Raider Carlos is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's goody? What's goody? Long time no see, man. Facts. Long time no see, my guy. I'm trying to do this on a consistent basis now. Went to the Raiders Stadium for a tour, bro. I didn't even get a chance. Listen, I wish that I can go. I wish I can go. I just know that it costs too much money. It costs too much money to be at there. Riggins is really going to make the roster now. Issues, what's good? Issues, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, y'all. So I'm waiting for it to load up as we speak. My computer's a bit slow, so don't judge me. I got some videos coming out for y'all too. So I got some videos dropping today. I'm gonna have them scheduled to drop out today because I got some news for y'all. Yeah, I got some news for y'all. So rig is time, and I'm here for it. Yeah. Is it really an injury or is it about the vaccine? They said it's a foot injury. They said it's a foot injury. Hi, hey, Spotlight, it's been a minute. What's going on? High five, Freddie. High five, Freddie. What's goody? All right, so let's get into this right here. Let's get into it right now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right here. And this is according to RaidersWire.com, ladies and gentlemen. This is according to RaidersWire.com, and it says Raiders running back Jalen Richard is out indefinitely with a foot injury. Now, this is what it says on RaidersWire.com. All right, let me close that out real quick. So this is what it says on RaidersWire.com. It said things have been going bad to worse for Jalen Richard this offseason. After the team signed the veteran running back Keon Drake after a 2-year deal, his job is already in jeopardy as the team's passing down back. Richard does most of his work in the receiving game, but that's where Drake was brought into play. Now it says, then just a week ago that Jalen Richard was placed on the COVID-19 list, and now he is dealing with a foot injury that cost him the rest of camp. According to Tashawn Reed of The Athletic, Richard will be out indefinitely with no current timetable for his return. So it says Raiders running back Jalen Richard has sustained a foot injury. It will be out indefinitely, sources tell The Athletic NFL. He'll miss a first few practices of training camp after being placed on COVID-19 list. Will now miss more time. Vegas have 5 other active running backs on the roster. Then it says Richard has spent his entire career with the Raiders, totaling 2,811 yards and 7 touchdowns in 5 seasons. The 2020 season was the worst of his career. However, after only touching the ball 41 times on offense. With all the current setbacks for Richard, it does appear that his roster spot might be in jeopardy. Here's to hoping to put Richard can return on the field sooner than later. So, this is what is being stated on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. This is what is being stated. It is being stated that it's a goodbye for Richard for me. I think his roster spot is definitely in jeopardy. And the reason why I say that is because we have 5 other active running backs on the roster. If he's not going to be on training camp and is going to produce and not going to be able to be out there because of an injury, the Raiders is going to end up cutting him. I thought the Raiders were going to keep him for the main roster, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. I don't see it happening. I don't see Jalen Richard staying with this actual football team by the end of training camp. If he's going to be out indefinitely and he's definitely not ready by week 1, that's going to be an issue. That is going to be the biggest issue for the Raiders. But if these active, like Trey Reagans, is definitely a chance for him to make the football team as of now. So let's go into some other news that we saw today on here. This is a big one on the defensive side of the ball. I was going to make a video about this, but I decided to go live and talk about this himself, about Damon Arnette. Now, a lot of people have their issues with Damon Arnette, which I don't understand why, but I can understand people's frustration with him as well. So I'm playing a little bit of devil advocate at this time, but I have to say, the question is, Raiders cornerback Damon Arnette, not a great fit in Gus Bradley's defense. So before we get into that, Hankins is starting Yannick McCoy and Crosby, Sin City Raiders. What's going on? Eastie Empire. Benjamin was going on. Jonell Jackson was going on. Daryl was going on. So let's talk about this right here. Raiders cornerback Damon Arnette is not a great fit in Gus Bradley's defense. Let's read upon that and see what they had to say about it. Now, just a week ago, head coach John Gruden praised Damon Arnette in one of his press conferences, calling him one of the most important players on this defense. But after a handful of practices, it's clear that Arnette isn't likely to open the season as a starter. Now, so far during training camp, Casey Hayward Jr. and Trayvon Milton have been the team's outside corners, and has been Arnette who has been running second team. This isn't at all a surprise given how poorly Arnette played during his rookie season, due to the fact that he had a cast on his arm majority of the year, and actually having concussion protocol and COVID-19. So it was a lot with Damon Arnette in his rookie year. But however, there is now some concern that he doesn't fit right with the cornerback on this team. In a fantastic article by Ted Nugent of The Athletic, he did explain why Arnette might not be just right for this defense under defensive coordinator Gus Bradley. Now, here's a snippet of what Nugent thoughts on the second-year cornerback coming out of Ohio State. This is what he had to say, y'all. He said, one of the reasons that Arnette has been such a reach was because of his short arms. He has 30-inch arms, which puts him in the 7% percentile of cornerbacks. Now, however, the size isn't only reason that Arnette was benched. He might not be a great fit in Bradley's zone-heavy system. Now, as Nugent mentioned in the piece, that Bradley comes from a Seattle cover 3 scheme that prioritize long cornerbacks. Typically, these teams like cornerbacks with arm lengths of 32 inches, that Arnette doesn't measure up there. Now, on top of that, his press man skill set doesn't quite line up with Bradley press bell defense that asks cornerbacks to drop into deep zones. It's a tough fit for a cornerback who was drafted to play a completely different scheme than he was with the team that's currently using. So be sure y'all read the rest of Nugent's piece on The Athletic that shows why Hayward is a perfect fit for Bradley's defense. Now, while the Raiders love Arnette to win one of the starting quarterback jobs during training camp, he might be closer to competing for a roster spot than a starting job, considering that he was the number 19 pick in the 2020 NFL draft. He was awfully disappointing, but time tell if Arnette could find a way to turn his career around in the third defensive scheme he played in over the last 3 years. So Arnette's going to be on this team. Arnette is going to be on this team. I'm just going to be. The Athletic is a bunch of BS too, and I kind of agree with you there, Watts. Raider, what's going on, Watts, bro? But I have to say, he's going to be the corner. I don't know what's so hard to understand when it comes to this defense. They saying that he's been running second team. I don't know if Damon Arnette's going to be the starter. I don't know if Casey Hayward's going to be the starter. That number 2 spot is definitely up for grabs, in my opinion. I don't care what the Athletic has to say. I don't care what these articles like Raiders Wire and stuff, I don't care what they have to say. But I feel as though that Damon Arnette is going to make this football team. If he plays in the slot, he plays in the slot. If he plays the number 2 corner, he plays the number 2 corner. At the end of the day, he's still going to be on this football team, and nobody's going to learn a scheme overnight. That's what people fail to realize. You're coming from a scheme playing with Paul Guttner. Now you're learning a whole new scheme where verbiage is different. Verbiage can be different. Verbiage is going to be different for Gus Bradley, and his scheme is going to be different for Paul Guttner. Mind you, we're only a couple weeks into training camp. He's not going to catch on to everything right now. He's not going to catch on to everything right now. So if I am Damon Arnett, or if I'm the Raiders right now in Raider Nation, if y'all concerned, don't be. I'm just with Watts Radio. Just don't be concerned. Don't be concerned. And that's the same thing. He had injuries last year. He had a messed up thumb. He wore a cast majority of the year, and he couldn't tackle properly. Once he learned how to tackle and keep his head up, then it's going to be different. It's going to be different. So Damon Arnett, I don't see him saying he's not going to be a great fit. The Athletic is a bunch of BS when it comes to this. So we have a new coach. We have a new system. It's a new scheme. It's a new verbiage. Things are going to be different. They're not going to catch on to that right then and there. If you play under Gus Bradley before, yes, Casey Hayward's going to know the verbiage. He's going to know what to do in these zone schemes. He's going to know what to do because he's played with Casey. He played under Gus Bradley for all those years. Even Darius Fallon played under Gus Bradley as well. A lot of these players that's on the Raiders play under Gus Bradley and know some schemes. But at the same time, you cannot rush a second-year player. You cannot rush a second-year player to expect him to be knowing every single thing about the defense only in 2 weeks of training camp. You got to think about it. Last year, too, we had COVID, so you couldn't see nobody. They could not get on the field. He was injured. So it wasn't no training camp, no mini camp, no OTAs. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. So people need to chill, pump the brakes on Damon Arnett. You have to pump the brakes on that. Have to pump the brakes. Hold on, y'all. But Mullen is a number one. Mullen is our number one corner. He is our number one corner. And there's a lot of Raiders fans going out there saying, oh, we should have went out and got Richard Sherman. Look at what happened to Richard Sherman right now. You do not want that in the Raiders news press conference. You don't want that. So if I am the Raiders right now, I'm happy that we didn't get Richard Sherman because what he's going through right now. But hold on for a second. All right. Yes, Mullen has proved himself. I agree. Mullen has proved himself. You got to watch the film on him if you want to know more about Mullen. But Damon Arnett is not going anywhere. He is our corner. And no matter if he plays slot or he's the number two, he's going to lead. The more he plays and the more he gets repetition, the better it is. The better it is. So, let's see what else they have on here as far as Raiders news go. I know we signed, yeah. So, Gerald McCoy. Y'all see me make a video about Gerald McCoy. He's a number one on others. Is Thomas still making the team? We're going to talk about that, Benjamin. We're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about that. Jay, I was going on Todd Clemens. You finally made it, bro. You finally made it. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So, the Raiders signed veteran defensive tackle Gerald McCoy following his visit. Now, y'all see that I made a video yesterday saying, do Gerald McCoy fits with this team? And he does. It is going to be interesting. So we're going to talk about it right here. And this is on RaidersWire.com. And he says, hope they think the Raiders were done taking flyers on the defensive tackles. Now, on that, John Gruden done kicked the tires on veterans. And today he hosted yesterday, technically, he hosted the former Pro Bowl defensive tackle, Joe McCoy, for a visit and properly signed him. Now, McCoy is 33 years old. He didn't play in the NFL last season. He was initially signed to a 3-year deal with the Cowboys, but was cut prior to the start of the season after rupturing his quad. Now, from 2012 to 2017, McCoy made 6 straight Pro Bowls as he's named All-Pro once. He has 139 career starts and 139 career games since entering the league as the 3rd overall pick in 2010. Now, possible that the Raiders could interest be because the 3rd overall pick, as reports, that are the Raiders thinking that Solomon Thomas may be too small to play the 3 technique defensive tackle after all. This is despite Thomas saying over and over that he sees a resurgent season with the Raiders due to moving the D tackle from a 5 technique where he played with the 49ers. So this is what I got to say about this with Solomon Thomas. This is what I got to say. Solomon Thomas, if he played, he's not going to play the 3 technique with the Raiders. He's not. He's going, if you put him in that 5 technique that he played for the 49ers, he was successful there. He was very successful there. So if I am the Raiders, you got to put Solomon Thomas where he's strongest at. Not just Solomon Thomas. He's not going to be the only one on the block that might get cut. He might not be the only one. He might not be the only one. You got to look at Darius Fallon, Quentin Jefferson. You got to look at Darius Stills. It's so many people on the defensive line. It's going to be tough for all of them to make the roster. And the question is, it's going to put a fire under Jonathan Hankins. It's going to put a fire under all these defensive tackles for the Raiders. It's going to happen. It's going to have to happen. Because Gerald McCoy, if he comes up and he shows up like he was when he first came into the league, and he doesn't look like he's a 33-year-old man, start him, play him, make the team. But now this is a training camp where every position is a competition. Everything that we do is going to be every position on this football team is going to be competition. It gotta be competition. Gruden said they're trying to figure the D line. That's why they brought him in. And that's why they brought him in. It's going to be competition there. It's going to be competition there. But since we are here, y'all, we are here. And we got how many people in the chat? We got 50 people on Spotlight Raiders Talk. 50 people. So we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to it right now. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live. I'm about to go to it right now. Hold up. According to Adam Schefter, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders are hosting KJ Wright. If y'all don't see this right here, the Raiders are hosting KJ Wright. So it says on Adam Schefter, it says it right here, KJ Wright. Yup. So it says former Seahawks veteran linebacker KJ Wright is in Las Vegas to meet with the Raiders per source. It's a familiar scheme with former Seahawks defensive coordinator Gus Bradley, now being the Raiders defensive coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, if we pull this off, if you don't know who KJ Wright is, go look him up for the Seattle Seahawks. If you don't know who KJ Wright is, don't say who and don't say why. I'm loving what the Raiders are trying to do for this defense. I am loving it. Like I said, every position is up for grabs in this year. Every position is up for grabs. It's not about him being too old. It's the fact that we need veterans on this defense. He knows the scheme. He can help out these linebackers that's learning Gus Bradley's scheme. What? People, y'all need to understand this. We're trying to be more physical. I love it. We're trying to be more physical, and we're trying to bring people in that have experience under Gus Bradley. Yes, they're brought in for leadership. Thank you, Todd Clemens. They're brought in for leadership and mentoring. He's going to walk out a Raider. He's going to walk out a Raider. I'm telling you right now, if he does not walk out a Raider, I don't know what the Raiders are doing. We've been talking about KJ Wright for months. Exactly issues. We're trying to get to the quarterback. It's not about the catches. It's about giving up yards and touchdowns. Steven, y'all still talking about Trayvon Mullen. He's our number one corner. Get over it, bro. Get over it, bro. They're trying to shore up that defense. We are. KJ was hitting people last year. He sure was. And he's been a free agent all this time. I like Mullen. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, Mullen's going to be fine. Trayvon Mullen is going to be fine in this system. If y'all don't understand, Paul Gutner was the worst defensive coordinator the Raiders ever had. Was. Do we have cap space to pull it off? Probably. If we could get him to a 1-year deal, if we're able to get McCoy on a 1-year deal, how we not get KJ Wright on a 1-year deal? I'm pretty excited as a Raider. Like, we're doing the right thing. KJ Wright is not really that old. Let me look up his age real quick. I don't even think he's that old. He's only 32 years old. He's not really that old. He's only 32. He's only 32. And let's look up his stats from last year. Let's look up his stats from last year. So according to the stats that I see here, in 2020, he had 86. Hold up, let me go to. Oh, hold up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Yes, he will definitely bring knowledge to the defense. Absolutely. So in 2020, this is his stats. He played in 16 games. Yes, I think he can still play. He played all 16 games last year. So he had 86 tackles, 60 tackles as solo. 32 is still young. 32 is still young. So he had 86 combined tackles, 60 of them was solo. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played 10 seasons. He played 10 seasons and it was all for the Seattle Seahawks. 10 seasons. I mean, it was a slump. It wasn't a bad year, but he had 86 tackles. 60 of them was for solo. He had 86 assists. 26 assist tackles, but he had 11 tackles for loss. He had 11 tackles for loss. What's up, nation? We making a move on KJ? Yes, we are. Yeah, he'll make his 10th season. Why I think he can stay on the field. I think he can stay on the field, and I think he's pretty damn good. He's pretty damn good. Yeah, I know he compared to last year. Last year he was better last year with 100. Well, technically he had 132 combo tackles, but he had 67 of those solo. What's going on, Jamar Gaines? Be right back. I work in the NFL and the NCAA. I have a little credibility. Mr. Nick, hit me up on Instagram, bro. Mr. Nick, hit me up on Instagram so you could call up or you could come on the show and talk. Hit me up on Instagram, man, at Spotlight Raiders Talk. That background is fire. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Raider repping for life all day, all day. But I am going to make a video about it. I am going to make a video about it if we do decide to get KJ Wright. Hold up, y'all. How good was KJ defending the pass? Let's look that up. Let's look that up right now. Let me go to Google. hit Graph up, doggy, and get y'all alive going tonight. I'm not going to be home tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. Let me get back to it. Let's look at KJ Wright stats. Let's look it up. Oh, let me go to Google real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to leave y'all like that. I did not mean to leave y'all like that. I'm sorry. All right, KJ Wright stats. Let's go to ESPN and his bio. All right, let's pull up KJ Wright stats. Let's pull it up. All right, so in the next couple of minutes, we had signed another linebacker. We already got McCoy at DT. Did he play last year? Yes, KJ Wright did play last year. All right, so let's see all the stats. So in his career, he has 941 total tackles, 593 of them solo, 348 assisted, and 13 and a half sacks. And he has 11. It looks like he has a few interceptions too. I don't know how he is against the pass. It doesn't really say. It doesn't really say for KJ Wright, but he was a 4th round pick out of the 2011 draft. He was the number 99th overall pick by the Seattle Seahawks. So he comes out of Mississippi State. He did have six solo tackles last year. So pretty solid player, man. Pretty solid player, man. He's a pretty solid player, and I really like it. I really like it when it comes to him. So when it comes to KJ Wright, I'm pretty interested in seeing what he can do. He's definitely good at run stopping. I can agree to that. He's definitely good at running. Littleton behind McCoy and foul line. How is Littleton behind McCoy? But Littleton plays linebacker. Littleton doesn't play on the line. That's the difference. Littleton doesn't play on the line. So hopefully we could get him. And that linebacker depth could be definitely good. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy that the Raiders is looking to try to improve as a football team, trying to improve as a football team. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to hop down, set up the phone calls, and we're going to be lit, y'all. We're going to be lit. So we're already 41 minutes in. We don't need KJ. It will kill team's chemistry. What you mean? What's good? What are you talking about? Why would you say we don't need him? He comes from that Gus Bradley system. He comes from that system. Why would you say we don't need him? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for you to say that. It doesn't make no sense for you to say that. That doesn't make any sense. It's not so bad for Diablo because he's transitioned into a new position and it will help him get better. But he comes from this Gus Bradley system. People fail to realize that. But I'm going to let y'all call up and get your options. I'm going to call up and get your options. So I'm going to drop down real quick, set it up, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I am back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that these headphones had my hat looking a little weird, but just to let you know. All right, so I'm about to open up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. And the phone lines are absolutely open if you want to call up and talk about the KJ Wright and talk about more stuff when it comes to Raiders. Make sure you call 267 957 1431. Make sure you call up. Call up to the show. We are looking forward to seeing you and hearing from you. Come and get your voice heard, ladies and gentlemen. Come and get your voice heard. So make sure you call up to the show 267 957 1431. We will be waiting on y'all. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we got
Los
our first caller today.
1323.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who is this and where you calling from?
Spotlight, man. What's up with you, man? It's Tony calling out of LA.
What's going on, Tony? What's going on, brother? What's up with you?
Oh man, just wanted to call and talk to you about the new additions, man. I'm with a new addition. I don't know about KJ Wright yet. It's not official, right?
Yeah, it's not official. It's not official, but he is visiting the Raiders today. We just got that news according to Adam Scheffner.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about the lineman we just picked up yesterday?
Gerald McCoy?
Yeah.
I think is a solid signing. I think it's going to put that's like I said earlier in the chat. I said it earlier in the chat that it's going to be a competition at every position on this football team, from the offense to the defense.
Exactly.
And now you're bringing in more competition. Now you bring in Solomon Thomas. You brought him in earlier. Now you bring in Gerald McCoy, and you bringing in Darius Fallon. You bringing in all these people, Quentin Jefferson, and so many people. And now you bring in McCoy. It's going to be he's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler.
Exactly. I think he's going to do wonders for Cleve Farrell and to teaching him how to play that 3-tech. And another thing, who do you think? Because all these guys won't be able to make it on the defensive line. Who do you think gets cut?
I see. We're still early into training camp. I really got to see them in preseason. I got to see them play games in the preseason and get more news on them. So since it's only been almost 2 weeks since training camp started, you really can't tell at this moment. And think about it. We're only going off clips that we see online. We're not actually have anybody live on our YouTube channel, on the Raiders YouTube channel, showing training camp. So we're just going we're just going off of speculation at this moment. But I don't think Solomon Thomas gets cut. I think you keep Solomon Thomas and McCoy. I think that's a dynamic duo in itself. Just the question is he's coming off of McCoy's coming off of a quad injury, and Thomas is coming off of an injury of last year. So the question is, can both of those stay healthy? That's my biggest question.
And that's a question I asked too. But the thing what really helps me out with that is if you listen to the press conference with our defensive coordinator, he's trying to just get a rotational system going on. He's not trying to play guys major minutes. He's letting every guy play. That's another thing that's going to help. Like when you got young players on your bench and they know they're going to get a chance to play. That's an extra bit of motivation for him. You feel me? So I like what Gus is doing with our defense. You know what I really wanted to talk about, man? I see a lot of other channels. They talk about John Gruden in a bad way. My boy Honcho, he always goes in on Gruden, and I think Gruden is going to take this team to the next level. Like I feel like we needed Gruden.
Only I have a few issues with Gruden as well. And some of the stuff that Honcho said that I can agree with. Now, in my personal experience for being John Gruden, the issue with John Gruden is you have the talent. You can't stay with that 1998, that 2003 type of offense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like
I agree with that.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. And now
Okay.
you have the talent. You have to expand your playbook. Now you bring in a Keon Drake. Now you have Henry Ruggs bulking up. Brian Edwards is fully healthy. It's even been rumors about the Raiders trading for Zach Ertz. I got a video coming out on that later. I don't want to get too much to that, but it's so many things that they're doing for the offense and helping this defense. John Gruden does things where he wants to be a run first team, which I don't mind that. But in situations where you don't need to run the ball, don't run the ball. It's just like he seems like he calls the same plays over and over again. It's like the defense already know our playbook because his verbiage is so difficult, but the plays are so simple. But if the verbiage in the playbook was at least the same, then we probably wouldn't have those problems in the red zone at all.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you feel like the offense that we ran last year would look like 1999 offense? Because I feel like that looked like the best offense we had. Even at 2016, this offense looked better last year than that 2016 offense. And I feel like we were stacked on that team 2016. But it's like with the run thing, you guys gotta realize. I think Derek Carr is just a game manager. I don't believe that he's the guy that you hand the keys to and tell us to go win the game. So I think that's why Gruden is no. To be honest, if you got look at the moves, we moved more to a run first offense this offseason. Do you agree with that?
I think
we added an extra running back.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. You must not understand how many comebacks that Derek Carr has in his career.
I understand that. I understand that. I know. He can in the last since he's been in the league, he might be number one in comebacks. I know that.
He's more than a game manager. 2016, he had an MVP year until he got hurt. He led the league in passing yards.
But spotlight 2016, I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. John Gruden, and he says, like everybody says, when you play with John Gruden, that verbiage is hard to remember. It's hard, but the offense is so simple.
I understand, which is why he struggled the first 2 years under John Gruden, and last year he looked much better, right? So I think he got the verbiage under control. But when I look at his game last year, it improved. I want to say it improved a lot. It improved a lot. He showed me things that I really wanted to see from him, especially just extending plays, moving around in the pocket. He showed me more of that.
And I understand that, sir. I understand that. But this is the thing. As a coach, as John Gruden, as so much of a legendary coach people call him, you can't play clock management football when you're losing football games. You can't. And that's the problem with John Gruden. He's so conservative in crunch time. Is the reason why we lost a few games, especially that Chargers game on Thursday night. There's no way you have Marcus Mariota as a quarterback that could run the football, and on fourth down, you do not go for it in OT and you kick a field goal. When you know you got the worst defense in the league.
Yeah, I mean, but when you look at that, everybody in the stadium is looking for Mariota to run. I mean, that's pretty obvious,
If you do,
I will say John Gruden does need to mix it up a little more. I agree with that, especially in the red zone. I agree with that. But I feel like the thing is like we got to realize, okay, I don't want to call Carr just a game manager, because he is a little bit better than that. I don't want to, that sounds like a low tier quarterback. I feel like Derek Carr is a top tier quarterback. He can make any throw on the field. But let me say this: I feel like at times in the game, Derek Carr gets nervous, and it shows. And that's when he plays. Seems like he could be having a terrific game, and then he'll do a bonehead play like when it gets close. If we're blowing the team out, you can see you can tell he's relaxed, you know. But if it's a close game, I see Derek Carr. I see this often. I see him. I see him, you know, just loses his cool about him, you know. And not saying that he's a bad quarterback, because that's something you can work on. But
Carr never been nervous in the pocket. When you
Oh
get
my
when the
God.
when the
Carr
game
has been
when the
nervous in
game
the
is
park,
on the
and-
line, when the game is on the line, if you look at majority of this year, Derek Carr is the reason why we won most of our games in the beginning of the year. And then in the second half of the year, our defense was the reason why we lost. We went 1-6 in the second half of the year because we had the lead because Derek Carr ran a great offense.
I agree with that. I agree with everything you just said, Spotlight. But here's the thing. In the first half of the season, that offense was clicking. Second half, the defensive coordinator started to figure out our offense. And I don't want to put this all on Derek Carr because our defense should have stepped up more. But once defenses started to adjust to the offense, I started to see Derek Carr make those plays.
We averaged 30-plus points a game last year. We averaged 30-plus points a game, but we gave up 40. So whose fault is really that? Carr's or the defense? It's really the defense.
Okay.
Carr did his job.
Now let's look at that. Let's go back to that Atlanta game, the one we got blown out last year. We were in that game about the first half. We were still in the game. We were down like a touchdown.
Every quarterback in the league, every quarterback in this league has this game. Every quarterback in the league has a game like that, and we've seen it. Even Aaron Rodgers, even Tom Brady. Tom Brady, the first couple of weeks when he played at Tampa Bay, he got spanked by New Orleans. Every quarterback in this league has them type of games. It just happens like that. Every quarterback has it. Patrick Mahomes had bad games like that. And he had that bad game against us.
No, you 100%. You 100%. But here's my thing.
That whole team didn't show up.
I'm not watching every team. I watch
the whole team didn't show up that day.
So I could speak like just for Derek Carr. I'm watching this guy. I've been watching him since he came in the league. You know, so like I said, I mean, you know, his first few years in the league, he was fearless in the pocket. He wasn't scared at all. But after that injury, and when you watch Carr, when that pocket, when defense are
how can you say he's nervous?
Constantly getting in, constantly just knocking.
How can you say
pocket for the whole game?
But how can you say he's nervous when the guy has a top three throw passing percentage than almost anybody that's the best in the league? And this guy threw for 4,000 plus passing yards in the last couple of years. How can you say this man is nervous? It doesn't make no sense.
Exactly. This is my thing. You see the last 3 years or the last 2 years he threw for it's the last 3 years he threw for 4,000 yards.
And we had the worst defense in the league. The worst defense.
Yeah, so here's my thing. I think Carr has reached his ceiling. I don't think he's going to get any better than what he is.
What? Are you serious right now? I
hate to say. I mean, and to be honest, that's not a bad thing. Because the level he's playing at right now, is not a bad level. This what I don't want. I mean, I don't want to get that confused with anything. He's playing at a good level, but I don't see him getting any better. Like, you know, I don't see him going to that superstar level. Do you think Derek Carr is a superstar quarterback?
I got a question. When was the last time outside of Patrick Mahomes was a superstar that won a Super Bowl?
A superstar that won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, a superstar quarterback. When was outside of Patrick Mahomes?
You got Tom Brady. You don't think Tom Brady? Tom Brady got about 6 of them. But
Tom Brady was a 7th round pick. He wasn't a 1st round pick.
Okay, yeah, but the picks have nothing to do with it. I'm talking about you get to the league and you develop into a superstar.
When do you ever see a 7th round pick quarterback make 7 Super Bowls, 6 or 7 Super Bowls? You don't see it. If you look at the Super Bowls, nothing to do. If you look at the Super Bowls, if you look at the Super Bowl, if you look at the Super Bowls in the 2000s, if you look at the Super Bowls in the 2000s, it's not many superstar quarterbacks that won Super Bowls. It's not many.
I mean, when we go back to these, I mean, you got to think you got Tom Brady.
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, and he had the greatest defense of all time in that 2000 Ravens. And Trent Dilfer was a mediocre quarterback.
Exactly.
He was mediocre.
We're talking about the greatest defense.
He was,
no.
My point exactly. You just made my point, bro. You just made my point because at the end of the day, we don't have no defense. We have no defense, bro.
We have listen.
Grossman took a
you got
defense
quarter. We can't say that right there. We cannot use that as an example right there. The 2000 Baltimore defense.
Look at Joe Flacco. Look at Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's not better than Derek Carr and won a Super Bowl because he had a defense.
I mean, if you think about that franchise, that's a defensive mind. They defense first. So of course they're always going to be
and what you think the Raiders are doing now? What you think they're doing now?
We're just now transitioning into that right now.
But who fault is that? That's not Derek Carr's fault.
Exactly.
That's the front office.
But hear me out. Just because we don't have a good defense, that does not mean that's no excuse for Derek Carr not to be a superstar.
Listen, you don't have to be a superstar to win a Super Bowl. You don't have to be. You don't have to be a superstar.
Okay.
Joe Flacco was never a superstar.
Let me tell you what it all boils down to.
So Lamar Jackson, he's a superstar, no Super Bowls.
He's going to want to get paid. He's going to want to get paid like a top-tier quarterback. Do you agree?
Listen, he's still on the same contract that he got his extension a couple years ago. He's still on that same contract. He never asked for an extension. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a Deshaun Watson. And they're superstars, and they can't win games in the freaking playoffs.
So now, this is what I want to tell you. Do you remember when we first extended Carr, he was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL when we first gave him an extension.
At that time.
To me, he never played like a highest paid quarterback. I just didn't see it. Do you agree with that?
He was at that year that he got that money. He was worth that money. Because he was an MVP caliber quarterback that year until he got hurt.
I'm talking about his extension. I'm talking about after he got the money. Has he played like a superstar quarterback?
So he broke his leg in 2016. The next year he had a bad back, so he barely played then. So he was recovering the last 2 years off injuries.
I mean, I don't think
injuries is a part of the game, bro.
All the quarterbacks around the NFL, a lot of them are injured, so we can't use injury as an excuse.
Injuries is part of the game, bro. It's part of the game.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're out there playing, we can't use it as an excuse. What we're not going
to do here, bro, is sit here and make it seem like Derek Carr is a mediocre quarterback. Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson don't have any Super Bowl wins. They don't have any playoff wins. They don't have nothing. But they're superstars.
I never said that they were superstars. I don't believe Lamar Jackson is superstar. I don't believe Lamar is superstar.
But he's getting superstar money, though. He's getting superstar money. He's getting paid more than Carr.
That's okay. And I understand that right there. But that doesn't it still doesn't stop the fact that Carr he's not going to get any better than what he is now.
So what quarterback you want
3 years in a row.
So what quarterback do you want
3 years in?
But you got to listen, before you go anything, right? This guy, Derek Carr, all he did was do his job. The last 2 years that he was healthy, all he did was do his job. He put us in the lead majority of the second half of the year. We went 1-6 because of our defense. We went 1-6 because of our defense. Oh, y'all must have forgot the Jets game. You must have forgot.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
I'm not finished, bro. That year, the Jets game. Game winner. The game winner for the Jets game. Game winner. He threw that bomb to Henry Ruggs. That's clutch.
I'm glad you brought this up.
That's clutch.
I'm glad you brought this up.
But you look at that defense. Look at this defense. You have to look at the defense because the quarterback did whatever he was supposed to do to win games. He put us in leads. He put us in leads,
Okay,
and every year that defense let us down. Period. It's nothing else to say.
Right. Okay. Now, since you brought up the Jets game, when okay, in that game, how many times did he damn near blow it? Did he overthrow Nelson Aguilar? He overthrew Nelson Aguilar about 2 times.
Every quarterback overthrows their receivers. Every quarterback do it.
Not in the cut. Not in that time of the game. You don't do that. Maybe in the beginning of the game.
But we
superstar quarterback.
It doesn't matter.
Quarterback. That's where they sign that.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we won the game, right? Doesn't matter if you see that's the problem.
We needed help. We needed help to win the game.
The defense did not help us, bro. The defense didn't help us. What are you talking about?
Derek Carr got saved by a pass interference.
We averaged 31 points a game last year, and we gave up 41 points a game. How are we going to win football games like that? How?
Exactly. That's what I want you to. You see,
31 points.
Okay, let me ask you this.
No. 31. So you're saying 31 points is not enough to win a football game? Is what you're saying?
No. I never said that. But I'm just telling you, Derek Carr does not. Once John Gruden calls his game plan, and that's over with, Derek Carr seems to struggle, man.
Derek Carr seems to struggle. You're not giving Carr no credit, bro. And I see that you're a Carr hater, so you give Carr no credit.
No. I'm not a Carr hater.
I told you. You are, bro. You are a Carr hater.
Honest. Hey, I'm just honest.
What makes you honest? I'm not going to make no debate when it comes to Carr. You have no debate. It's not. Carr has been our best quarterback since Rich Gannon. You tell me a quarterback.
Right.
That's better than Derek Carr after Rich Gannon.
I agree with that. Now, listen. This is what I want. I don't want to say. I'm not saying that Derek Carr is compared to the other Raiders quarterback. Derek Carr is the top. He's the best Raider quarterback ever. We could go ahead and say that right now. We haven't had a quarterback better than Derek Carr. But this is what I'm saying. That's not enough. We cannot just be satisfied because we've been a franchise that had bad quarterbacks for a long time, and we come and get an all right quarterback. We can't get satisfied with him.
But Carr did his job to win football games. He put up 31 points in majority of the games that we lost, and this defense let Carr down. Period. There's nothing you can say. Carr, you saying Carr as a quarterback, he's mediocre, he's nervous and all that. But we were top 10 in offense. Mediocre. We were top 10 in offense. What are we talking about? You have no when it comes to this debate, bro. Yeah, but you're saying that. What quarterback do you want for the Raiders right now? If you're saying all this stuff about Carr, what do you want? What type of quarterback do you want? Because no matter what quarterback you get, no matter what quarterback you get, bro, that defense was always going to be bad. No matter what quarterback you got.
I want a quarter. Listen. Let me tell you this. I want a quarterback that doesn't get nervous in crunch time. I want a quarterback because this is his only problem. Carr is a great leader. He's a great leader.
It's not about that. Until you get yourself a defense, that's when you start winning games. And that's what the Raiders are doing right now because Derek Carr putting up 4,000 plus yards and was winning games. And we had mad leads in this game. And the defense was damn near ranked last in the league, bro. At the end of the day, this defense is going to help Carr win games. They have to help Carr win games. Period.
Okay. So Carr has no excuse this year because I feel like we have I don't want to say we have just some record-setting defense, but we have a better defense than what we had in the past. If Carr doesn't make it happen this year, if we don't make it to the playoffs this year, he got to go.
What? You shitting me. All right, so I got other people that's calling up.
Let me just say spotlight.
I got other people that's calling up, bro.
Let me just say this.
I got other people calling up, bro.
Spotlight. Okay, look, let me just say this. So you saying one playoff appearance in 8 years, that's worth, That
you
means
just
something.
can't
One
blame
playoff
that on
appearance in
Carr.
8 years.
You can't just blame that on Carr. It is a whole team effort. It comes from front office. You got to bring in people to help Carr. Number two, you have to bring in a defense that's going to help Carr. There's no way we scored 30.
It starts with the quarterback.
Yes,
man.
and it starts with the quarterback. When we scored 31 points a game last year and had a top 10 offense, but our defense let us down, and that's why we went 1-6 in the second half. Period.
To me, and I'm just
There's
being
no
honest.
excuse, bro. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. This defense has
You
been.
gotta be honest. When we look at our franchise, when you look at the franchise,
I got other people
we
to
know,
call, bro.
We
Other
know
people
John
are calling
Gruden
in,
is
bro.
going to be here. John Gruden is going to be here, man.
Other people are calling in, bro. Other people are calling in, bro.
All right, Spotlight, man.
All right.
Later.
So if you want to call up to the show, man, because that was a ridiculous call, man. It was ridiculous. Call up to the show. Keep calling up, y'all. I will stay on here a little bit longer. Keep calling up. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who is this and where you calling from? Call up to the show. Keep calling up, y'all. Hello? Hello? I don't understand what he was talking about, bro. It's our defense, bro. It's our defense, bro. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hello, how you doing?
Hello, who is this and where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello?
My name is Mike.
What's going on, Mike? Where you calling from?
I'm from Norco, California.
What's going on, man? What's up, man?
Hey, man, I still can't get over the way you reacted when we drafted Leatherwood, man. It's a reach! It's a reach! Man, you went crazy, bro. But he's looking good.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. He's looking good, man. He is looking good. But what's going on, man?
He's looking good. You're like, oh, man, you're going to see yourself. We're like a kid in Christmas, man. You're all nervous. Come on, what's taking him so long?
I know, man. Hey, listen, if he proves to
me that last caller that just called, man, he'll know, man. Carr had a great passing rating. Carr is a great quarter. He's a good quarterback, man. He's a top, and he's a good quarterback. I mean, stats don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, bro. But I have to say this though. People fail to realize if you don't have a defense in this league, you're not going to win many football games. You're not. There's 31 points.
Well, yeah, but there was a couple games. You're right, because remember the games that was 3rd and 19, and we gave up a first down like 3 times.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I don't understand why people come up here and say they're not Carr haters when deep down and low that you are a Carr hater. You are. And you can be mad all you want.
I mean, Derek Carr is better than most of these quarterbacks that other teams got. He's getting better every year. He's comfortable in the offense. He's a smart guy. He's got a photographic memory. We just need to get a defense for him. We'll be good.
Yes, and he's saying that when it comes to clutch, Derek Carr is clutch. His comebacks, his fourth quarter comebacks, tells it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
his fourth quarter comebacks tell it all.
And the team trusts him, and Gruden trusts him. He's a smart guy. He's our quarterback, man. My favorite quarterback on the Raiders was Jim Plunkett. Hope one day he makes it to the Hall of Fame. He's very underrated, but that's here or there.
Yeah, they can say whatever they want. But at the end of the day, Derek Carr is going to be our quarterback, and people are going to have to live with that. Why you think the Raiders are addressing so many spots on the defensive side of the ball so they can help Derek Carr? Because Derek Carr can run this offense. He can. We see him do it last year.
Yeah, I agree. And I love your show, Spotlight. You keep us well informed.
Right. And people say they're like Ant-Man said he's agree with the first caller that Carr has to step up his game. I don't understand how 4,000 passing yards is not acceptable. I'm not over 4,000 passing yards is not acceptable. I don't get it.
No, he don't have to step. What he needs to run a little bit more. You know, there's times where he could have ran the ball, but other than that, he stepped up his game. He's a good quarterback. I wouldn't want nobody else to take his spot. Yeah.
Right. I agree.
He's very, he's good. I trust him. When we get a good defense, we should do pretty good this year. We beat Kansas City. No, we lost because of our damn defense.
Right. I agree.
All right, Spotlight. Thank you, brother. You have a great.
All right, you too, man. Thank you for calling.
Keep doing what you're doing, Raiders, baby.
All day, man. All day. We're keeping the lines open, man. See, I wasn't even supposed to be on here that long, but we keeping the lines open. All right, so we got a new caller.
Los Angeles, CA 132.
Hey, thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who is this and where we calling from?
Hey, Darren. This is Anthony from LA. How are you doing today?
What's going on, Anthony? What's up, brother? What's up with you? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since I last called, man. But yeah, man, just glad to see you. Been watching your videos and stuff, man. Like I said, just glad to see you doing this thing again.
Yeah, I'm happy to be doing this call-in show again, man. Trying to do it full time now, so I'm happy, man. I'm happy. But what's going on, man? What you got for me today?
I listened to the tail end of that exchange you had with one of the last callers, and yeah, man, it's just Carr is not the problem. Like, he's one of the main pluses we have on this team, because every year he's always been putting in the work. He's always been studying the offense. I'm pretty sure he's got this offense down to a T. And like you said, it's the defense throughout the years that's failed us. You know, because the last 2 years we started off really well, like 6-4 2019, 6-3 in 2020, had a win against Kansas City. And then, like, I think in that Sunday night game against Kansas City, that's what really threw us off. That's what teams started to realize. They can attack our defense any which way they can. And like you said, we did a lot of improvements. But I think this year the defense really has to show. And, of course, our new coordinator, Gus Bradley, who I have a lot of faith in, you know, they really got to step up this year for sure.
And you said it. You're on point with that, bro. Like, people fail to realize the 8 years that Carr has been here, there has not been a defense that was top 15.
Yes.
Not one since he's been here.
And that's during the Khalil Mack years as well.
Even the Khalil Mack years, we still wasn't that great in the secondary. We still had a terrible secondary.
Yeah. And just like you said, and people always talking about, I understand the quarterback. I get it. Like, of course, the quarterback is going to make the headlines regardless if they win or lose. I understand that part. However, quarterback alone does not win Super Bowls. It's a football team. It's the entire offense. It's the entire defense. It's the offensive line. It's the defensive line. You need all 53 men in together in order to win a championship.
Exactly. Oops, I just dropped my phone. But exactly, and that's what I've been trying to say to people, that you have to go and have better special teams. You got to have a better defense. You got to kick field goals. You got to do a lot of things right.
Mm-hmm.
For it just has like, it wouldn't be a quarterback wouldn't be successful if they don't have an offensive line. Offensive line makes everything else work. Offensive line is the reason why our quarterback can throw the ball to the receiver. Offensive line is the reason why you can hand the ball off to the running back.
Yes.
It's all about a team effort. Just because the quarterback is the star player and they get the most notice, you got to think about the guys that put in the work that's behind the scenes that doesn't get that stardom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's all a team effort. Because I remember watching this video a while back where, I know this is kind of not a Raider topic, but I remember back in 2010, we swept the Chargers.
Right.
And the Chargers had the number one offense rated and the number one defense rated. However, historically had the worst rated special teams in league history, and they ended up 8-8. So it just goes to show, like, you can have everything right, but if you don't have a specific part of your team that isn't on point, you cannot succeed.
It's 3 phases to a football game. You got to have your special teams, you got to have your defense,
Yes.
and you got to have your offense. If two of the 3 are clicking, then and you can't kick field goals and you're missing points, then it's going to suck.
Yeah, and getting your punts blocked, like it messes everything up. And like I said, like it's a whole team effort. And for God knows how many years consecutively, we've always been ranked near the bottom of the league in defense. And we've had years where we've been top 10, top 5 offenses. It's just that if you can't stop, when you can score points, obviously that's very important. But if you can't stop the other team from scoring points, things aren't going to go all your way the entire season. You got to stop people.
Right. And
so
that's what I try to tell that first caller. Like, even with a mediocre quarterback like a Trent Dilfer, he still won the Super Bowl because he had one of the greatest defenses of all time in that 2000
Absolutely.
team.
Yes. Same thing with that. Same thing with that 02 Bucks team. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with the Chicago team when Rex Grossman, a mediocre quarterback, but they had a great defense.
Yeah. Fantastic defense. Yeah, and just like it just goes to show that the quarterback isn't so that important. Like, we get it, like the last couple of years, it's been like the elite quarterbacks, and I guess you could say Carr doesn't fall under that narrative. However, he is more than capable of leading us to that. And like I said, our offense is good enough. We have a great running back. We have an elite tight end, and I think Darren Waller has a couple more years like the way he is. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. We have a very revamped offensive line. I'm eager to see how the offensive line plays this year. Because, like I said, we only have about 2 starters coming back. I'm eager to see how we do have guys in place that know the system and they have played, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I have no worries about our offense. However, it's the defense because we're totally revamped. With more draft picks, free agents and such whatnot. New defensive coordinator who I have a lot of faith in, Gus Bradley, has had a lot of success in this league. So, like I said, that's what my focus is on, because you have Yannick Ngakoue, you have Max Crosby, who I believe can cause a lot of devastation this year. We just signed Gerald McCoy yesterday. We'll see how he is because he didn't play at all last year. But yeah, there's a lot of questions, but I'm still excited to see how those guys pan out.
Facts. And I thank you for calling up, bro. I really do. Thank you for calling up. I really do appreciate, your insight, because your insight definitely makes sense. So call up anytime I do these shows, call up and we can just talk Raiders, man.
Oh, for sure, man. Thank you so much. Like I said, I've been always watching your videos. And I love that how you got on too, man. I work at a sports store. We got similar hats like that. So yeah.
Oh, listen, I might have to, I'm trying to find some legit ones. I did see they got the training camp caps out now. So I do like those. So I might have to get one of those, bro.
Oh, for sure, man. Like I said, we also got Raiders hats with Super Bowl patches on them. So yeah.
Oh, I definitely really get one of those. Oh, okay. I gotta see if I can find one of those, man. Definitely.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks for having me on, man. And like I say, go Raiders.
All right, go Raiders, man.
Have a great day.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Yeah, hey, this is Kenny Mack calling from Anaheim, California.
What up, man? What's going on with you? How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm checking out and everything, man. I just want to chime in on all these car haters.
Listen, if you got something to say, I'm gonna let you take the floor, bro. I'm gonna let you take the floor. Say what you gotta say. All right,
it's real simple. There are 3 phases of football: special teams, offense, defense, right? When has Derek Carr ever been able to suit up, go out there and intercept passes, block people on defense? Never. He does everything that he's required to do on the offensive side. But here's a simple fact. It breaks down to this. We were 8-8 last year. We had 3 games in which we were leading with 1 minute and 47 seconds on the board. And the defense collapsed in each of those games. So how is that Carr's fault? Again, we've seen mediocre quarterbacks with great defenses, top 15, top 10 defenses, go deep into the playoffs. Carr, here it is. He's giving you 4,000 plus yards a year. What else more can he do? He can't go out there and get any stops on defense. And the Raiders, sad to say, we have ignored our defense for damn near 20 years. We're finally starting to get it right. It's going to take time to gel, but dumping Carr would be the worst thing that we could do, because the quarterbacks that are potentially available will automatically want to come in commanding 40 plus million per year, which would probably equate to somewhere about 30% to 40% of our overall salary cap, which has been one of our problems, overpaying players. So how we would screw ourselves getting rid of Derek Carr because he's not winning when he can't play not one single snap on defense. Come on now.
That's why I'm giving you the floor, man. I'm the same thing that you're saying. I said already.
Oh, I know. Oh, trust me. I didn't watch you. I didn't watch Graphk. All of y'all. Y'all make perfect sense because y'all see all three phases of the game.
Facts.
And that's been the problem, is consistently we've stood up for the most part on offense, pretty much consistently. And even with the slow progression of the first season of Ruggs and the slow progression of Edwards due to injury, even then we still put up a top 10 offense. Right. So with those guys being slowed, we still put up nearly 30 points a game. Where's Carr wrong? But yet, on the flip side, we average giving up 2.5 points more on defense. So, yeah, we're going to have days where we're going to go out and bomb people out on offense. But, shit, if you're giving up just as many, if not more points, then what? We were lucky to get to 8-8 because of our faulty-ass defense.
Yup. You were speaking those facts, brother. You were speaking.
I mean, that's why I listen to it. Hey, dude, I'm a born and raised Raider fan. Hey, I feel like this. I was born in '75. I was born in Vallejo, California. Grew up in Oakland until I was 13. In LA from 13 to adulthood. I have been with the Raiders from day one, and I can still remember the second and third Super Bowl wins. Dude, I follow my team. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm amped to speak on all aspects of Raiders, and I hear the pain of our fan base. But on the same flip side, are you really looking at all the ins and outs and all aspects of our team, all three phases? And most of these bandwagon fans is only looking at all the amazing highlight plays on offense without really truly considering the defensive role.
Facts. This is why I like for the fans to call up and have their voice be heard because of stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of YouTubers don't do what I do, but I know I'm not trying to be better than anybody else, but that's why this is my give back to the Raiders fans to get your voice out there.
I appreciate it because hey, here's the thing. I love everybody of the nation, because we're all passionate about our team.
Yeah. And
we all want to win. We've watched our team be shit for damn near 20 years now.
Yep.
But in the same extent, right now, say Derek Carr puts up the exact same numbers, but the defense don't really progress. You still gonna blame Carr? So it don't make no sense because if we get a new QB, especially say a rookie per se, we draft one.
Right.
It's still gonna take. And we know how hard Gruden is on young QBs. And that young QB might be blowing people out the frame in college and get to the NFL and wash. How far in the hole does that put our team yet again? And then on the flip side, we go get a superstar QB, say Deshaun Watson or somebody. Again, someone who's going to eat up 30 to 40% of our salary cap, where that prevents us from building a defense. What? We kill our own. We defeat our own purpose.
Facts. Facts. That is
so people don't realize, hey man, I think what we're doing in defense, we got a bunch of these defensive tackles on 1-year contracts. Somebody is going to work out of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? I think Hankins is someone who could potentially just stick around because, he's a mainstay in terms of that run blocking out of the defensive tackle group. So that's an added plus. He hasn't dropped off in that. But, one or two of these guys on the defensive tackle room, or the 3 technique, one of them are going to work out, and we're going to hold on to that. But, hey, we got that one defensive tackle that's down there in Atlanta. He's a stud, and he's someone that we could potentially go out and get in free agency when we got plenty of cap room, nearly $50 million available. We could go get him and still draft the stud defensive tackle 3 technique in the first, second, or third round in this upcoming draft.
Right.
But that's the thing. You got to look at all phases, and you got to use the draft and free agency in combination to build a team.
Yes, I agree, man. So the phone lines are blowing up ever since this car situation come up, and I know Graphk.
Hey, go ahead and handle your business, bro.
Because Graphk wants to call. Graphk was calling up, so I want to see what he got to say about this. That's why I got him on the thing and said wipe his face. So I'm about to call Graphk.
Go
right
ahead.
now.
Hey, I ain't mad because, especially when Graphk get on, man, y'all really put light on situations. So, hey, man, go ahead and handle your business. Thank you for taking my call, bro, and I'll catch you on the next go-round.
All right, no problem, bro. Thank you for calling up, man.
All right, thank you. You have a good day, bro.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Shout out to the OC, man. Shout out to him. Really do appreciate it. So let me see if I can let me call Graphk Raider back, man. Let me call my boy Graphk Raider back. Oh, darn. Hold up. Darn, I didn't mean to do that, bro. I did not mean to do that. Let me call him back now.
Yo.
We got Graphk Raider in the building. What is up, bro?
Man, just unemployed and shit, drinking every day, drinking and shit. You feel me?
I know you was in the chat hearing that Derek Carr hater stuff, man.
Man, brother, to be honest with you, man, I'm in this bar. I really wasn't paying attention to too much. I just all I said was who asked me whooping, bro? That's all I wanted to know. Who we fighting?
You going live?
Bro,
you going live tonight, bro?
Yeah, man. My brother B's out here, man. He just flew in. I just left the airport, so we're gonna do a live tonight, and just talk about the state of the nation and that. You should come up, man. You should come up and have some drinks with us, man, and vibe with us tonight, man.
What time is it? Because I got a flag football game. I got a double header tonight. So what time?
What time you gonna be free out there? I know you in PA, but what time you gonna be home?
So I should be home around 9 Eastern time.
That works. Shit, what about 10 o'clock Eastern time? Why don't we do that?
Yeah, we done. I'm down for that, man. It's been a while since I've been on the Graphk Raiders YouTube channel. It's been a long time. So yeah, man.
Man. I'm gonna put a thumbnail together. We family, so you already know what to do, bro. You already know.
How you feel about KJ Wright visiting the Raiders? You think he gonna come out with his contract?
Bro, I'm very excited. Rumors are though, that he is going in to see what we're talking about, and then he's gonna go home and think about the decision. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think he lets this guy leave. I think he give him a contract. We already got the upper hand with Gus. You know what I mean? So look, man, KJ Wright would solidify that linebacker room, man.
Yeah, I think he will solidify.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro, everybody's saying that Nicholas Morrow looks really great right now. There's rumblings about, him potentially taking
the green dot and taking Nick Wachowski's spot, which I think, Nick is still going to ball out this year. It's all about rotation in Gus Bradley's defense. So everybody's going to get a chance to shine. I'm excited about Tanner Muse. I'm excited about Jaden White. But if you bring in KJ Wright, all those guys are going to get better, man. Every single one of them. You bring a leader like that, that's been there, done that, Super Bowl winner, Pro Bowler. I mean, come on, bro. You bring a guy like KJ Wright, man, that pedigree is just going to turn that locker room upside down. The same thing with Gerald McCoy. I mean, just imagine that, bro. We signed Gerald McCoy one day. The following day, we bring in KJ Wright. Two Pro Bowlers back to back. It's an old school Gruden Raider move. You know what I mean? You bring in those vets and see what they can do. It's a Bill Romanowski kind of move. It's a Rob Woodson kind of move. So I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I'm excited, brother. Like, for real.
I'm excited too. When I seen that, that's why I didn't make a second video. I did do the first video of Gerald McCoy visited, and then like an hour later, he signs. I was like, I'm not doing it because I know Graphk's going to be the first one to have that video up. I knew you was excited about that. You went live, and I was like, man, listen. I was like, Graphk got that. I'll let you take that, brother.
Nah, but you know what's so fucked up is today, man? Everything that's going on, I'm in traffic, I'm moving around, so I'm like, I gotta go live. I don't have no time to get in the man cave and get behind my, have all the shield stuff behind me. I ain't had no time, so I just gotta pop in when I can, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited, bro, and it's great conversation, man. It's great to have more shit to talk about as Raider YouTube creator, content creators, man. It's great to have more things to touch with the nation, man, to touch the fan base and talk with them. And I'm excited, man. And to be honest, to bring these two guys on right before the season starts, I think that Gruden is really going all the way in. I just said on my live, I'm like, it's funny, man, that Mayock catches COVID and he's gone for 2 weeks, and Gruden starts losing his mind and starts bringing in all kind of guys. So I think Gruden just said, you know what, Mike is sick. I'm gonna take full advantage of this shit, and I'm gonna go get everybody I want.
Right.
So,
facts.
But yeah, man.
But let the people know to wipe their feet, man. Let the people know.
Yeah, wipe their feet. I can't see the chat right now, y'all. I can't see the chat. I'm actually in this bar, so I can't read. While I'm on the phone, I can't read the comments. But shout out to the chat game, man. You already know what it hits for, man. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. And if y'all have not subscribed to Spotlight yet, man, hit that sub button and rock with my brother, man. He is a real one, and he rocks the shield proudly, and we love him for it, man. You feel me? So real talk, man. Shout out to Spotlight. I love the channel, brother. You already know. You know how I feel, man. So thank you for having me on real quick. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to talk a little more football tonight.
But before you leave out, did you go NFLshop.com and see the training camp Raider hats?
I didn't.
The training camp Raider hats are there. So it's all black and it got like the white stripe on the front. It's pretty dope. It's pretty interesting. They got the training camp hats on there. So it's pretty interesting on there. So I might have to cop one today. I might have to cop one.
You know how we do, bro. You tell me shit like this, I'm going to hang up the phone and I'm going to go order one immediately. And you'll probably see me on the next couple lives with that motherfucker on. you know how we do, bro.
You know how we do.
Hey, no Derek Carr slander, man. Come on. No DC slander, y'all. Hey, chill with all that extra shit, man. Look, that's the QB1 going into the season, man. Chill out, man. Let's let our guys, let's see what he can do, you know what I mean, with a real defense and even more potent offense with the additions of Willie Snead and Kenyon Drake and you know what I mean, and John Brown, man. I'm really convinced that this O is even going to take the next step. Everybody's excited about the defense, about taking the next step. That's going to happen, period. You can't get any worse than what we were last year. But I think the offense can still take a step forward, man. And, you know, top 10, I'm shit. Why not top 5, man? You know what I mean? So
take the next step.
Let's speak that shit into existence. You feel me? Yeah, straight up, bro. You know what I mean? But, yeah, brother, get with me, man, later on, man. Call me once you're done with the flag football joint. And I'm gonna make that thumbnail, bro. You already know how we do. I'm gonna put it up. Let's rock, bro. I got me Anthony over here. We're gonna do a show tonight. Shit, I may even bring Stuart crazy ass back on the show, man. Shout out to
that show was crazy last night, man.
That's my guy, man.
That show was crazy last night. I was in the
bro,
chat.
I love it, man. Stuart, he be hitting me up like, hey, what's up? Let's go live. I'm like, fuck it, come on. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, let's have a good time tonight, man. You know, we got some football to talk about too. You know, that Hall of Fame game is tonight, so you know, we got a little bit of action that we can speak upon. I mean, we don't really talk too much outside of the Raiders because that's just what we don't do. You know what I mean? It's just Raiders or nothing. But I'm just excited to see some football, man. Like, for real.
It seemed like we was just finished with football. It is right around the corner. Right. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Right.
But, bro, I'm going to let you go back.
But yeah, man, I'm going to hit you a little later, man. Yeah. Do your thing, brother. We're going to definitely chop it up later on, man. Most definitely.
All right, say no more. I'll definitely see you tonight, bro.
My brother. Hold on. Let me do something real quick before I hang up this song. Raiders! Let's go.
Let's go. All right, brother. So shout out to my bro Graphk Raider coming on. He was live in the building. I gotta make sure that make sure I'm gonna keep that up there. Wipe them feet. If you do have the number, we do have a new caller.
San Bernardino CA1.
Here we go. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darion. Who is this and where you're calling from? And what's good, Raid the Tape? What's good, my brother? Hello, who's this? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this? Where you calling from, brother?
What's up, big dog? It's Raider P. How you been, brother?
Raider P, what's going on, my man? What's up? What's up with you?
Oh, man, I just had to call in. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got 1,000 people want to call in after that first call. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, the lines was blowing up, man.
I don't know what you got. All the whole nation knows we got to show Derek Carr for Jerry Bridgewater. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have been like, hell no.
Hey, he might as well have said that first call, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, and I mean, I wanted to chat up some stuff with some different stuff, but I mean, obviously, this today has become the Derek Carr show, so I just wanted to put my 2 cents real quick, because, man, like, I'm going to go ahead and give him a nickname. We're going to call him Aspirin, because after you talk to him, I get a headache, bro. I'm just like, hey, man, but whoever that caller was, just know that you're still Raider family, and, we all got our own opinions, and just know that, yeah, I'm knocking on you, but that's what family does, you know what I mean? We gotta, we don't hit each other. It's just, I do not agree with none of that. Let me tell you something right now. One thing that is super, super lazy of not just NFL fans, but football fans in general, is it's super lazy just to assume like, oh, shoot, my team sucks. Man, we need a new quarterback. You know how easy it is to say that? You know how easy it is to be like, oh, blame all your problems on the quarterback? Like, bro, for you to just assume that it's the quarterback, I get it, because a lot of times it is. So I'll be honest with you. Like, we've been through many situations. I mean, there's plenty of teams, including the Broncos, going through that right now. But it's not always a quarterback, especially in our situation. That is not what's going on right now. Right. Let me tell you something. Within his first 7 years, Derek Carr, the first caller may have heard of these names, maybe not. But I don't know if he's ever heard of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if he's ever heard of Eli Manning. I don't know if he's ever heard of Peyton Manning. And I don't know if he's ever heard of Tom Brady. Well, never mind, he has, because he brought him up. So there you go. I'll give him that. But Derek Carr has more fourth quarter comebacks in his first 7 years than all these quarterbacks. I don't know if he knows that. Derek Carr is arguably the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it to be biased, because I am a diehard Raider fan. But it's true. He can lay the ball on the tip of the needle. I know he can. Derek, I can go on about, when he says, he has one playoff appearance in his whole entire career. First of all, the only appearance we had was because of Derek Carr. And second, he did not play in that game. Obviously, he broke his leg the game before against the Colts, which is some bullshit. Anyways, we have had our success this far because of Derek Carr. Derek Carr and the offense has been bailing out the defense. All of our wins last season, the season before, has been because of the offense. We have a high-powered offense that can keep up with high-powered teams like the Chiefs. Even the Bills, we caught up with the Bills last year. But I'm just saying that we have the weapons to shoot out. We're a top 10 offense. You don't get a top 10 offense by having, Jamarcus Russell as a quarterback. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So for this guy to bring up Carr is seriously the foundation of our team. He is the reason we're going to win a Super Bowl. He's the reason we made it to the playoffs in 2016. He's the reason We were a top 10 offense last year. Now, one thing I always give this example to fans who bash Derek Carr because I'm tired of hearing it. I know you are, Darion, just hearing your voice from answering that dude's questions. But anyways, one thing that about Derek Carr is I like to think of a football team like a car, a high-powered car. You can have a V12 engine, you know, and I'm gonna say that's the offense. The V12 engine, you know, whatever, Hemi, whatever, turbo, all that stuff. But the defense, which is the transmission, if it can't keep up with the power, which we have in our offense, the power, which is the motor, it's not going to keep up. What's going to happen? The thing is just going to break down because the transmission has to keep up with the power that the engine is giving off. You know what I'm saying? They both have to meet at the power level. Now, am I saying that we need a top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even a top 15 defense? No. We need a top 15 to 20 defense to make it to the playoffs and to make a push. Now, it's cliche, but defense wins championships. That's been the law of the game, and it will always be the law of the game because you can score 50 points on a team, but if the other team is, you know, keeping up with you, if your defense isn't making enough stops so your team can, you know, obviously score more points than the other, nothing's going to happen. So it has always been, and the numbers, like you say, I mean, even the callers are called in, the numbers don't lie. We have had the sorriest defense, or one of the sorriest defense, the bottom 5 to be exact, the last how many years? We haven't had a solid defense since we were in the freaking Super Bowl, man. We didn't even have a defense, not even when we went to the playoffs. You know, we had Khalil Mack, and, you know, we had a few nice pieces, but we didn't have a solid defense that will dominate, like, you know, the Legion of Boom, like, you know, the 2000 and 2001, I forget what year it was, the Baltimore Ravens. You know, we can go on and on about how these top defenses got them there. But my thing is, dude, like, Derek Carr is not and will never be that type of player that just, you know, oh, I'm done. Like, he has every right to seriously go up to our coaching staff and say, you know what, trade me. You guys have not given me a defense. You guys are always changing offensive coordinators. You guys are always giving me different weapons. You guys are always, I have a new offensive line this year. Like, what's going on? He has every right. And guess what? I would not be mad at him. He has every right to go up to our coaches and say, I want out. I want to trade. But guess what? He instead went on national TV, not only in front of the coaches, but in front of the nation and said, you know what? I don't care what happens, good or ugly. I'm here with you. I'm a ride or die. I'm your guys' leader. That right there is the definition of a leader, the definition of someone to look up to lead a team, not only the playoffs, but to win a Super Bowl. No one has ever accomplished that type of winning the Super Bowl, I mean, without that leader. You know what I mean? And let's talk about last season, the Buccaneers. What did they have? They had a freaking defense, bro, and they won. You know, let's not say that Tom Brady got them there because he didn't. Let's just put that out there. He did not. The Buccaneers defense got them there. So, and all Tom Brady had to do was just keep their head above water and, you know, win games. So my thing is, it's never going to be Carr. We have done everything to build this team into a monster. We signed KJ Wright tonight, which I know we will. It's a done deal, bro. Go ahead and just strike us on the wild card, at least the wild card place. Because in my opinion, bro, we have built a monster within a couple years, and I cannot wait to see how this defense runs under Gus Bradley. Like we said before, Gus Bradley went from taking the Chargers to, I think, bottom 3 to like the number 2 or 3 defense in the league in one off season. He has a tremendous resume. So I'm not even looking at Carr, like, at all. Like, Carr is not the problem. He is as good as they come. And you know what? I don't give a damn what any of you guys say out there. I would say he's even better at this point, like today. I'm not talking about 2 years ago, 3 years before. Today, I would say he's better than people like Aaron Rodgers. I would say he's better than people like what's that guy's name? Watson. I would say he's better than Watson. The thing about Carr is he is a precision passer. This guy, last year we saw especially, he drops it in the freaking breadbasket. The throws he makes, it's like he just flicks his wrist and it goes for 60 yards. We didn't do it to Henry Ruggs, obviously Nelson Aguilar. It's a deep ball threat. And people are like, oh, these receivers, he's a deep threat. Julio Jones is deep. No. Receivers are not deep threats. Let's put that out there. Quarterbacks are deep threats. Quarterbacks have to be the ones to get the ball to the receiver. Yeah, the receiver needs, to get off his route and, he has to do his thing. But the quarterback is vital to getting that ball where he needs to be, away from the defender, his outside shoulder, whatever, to drop it where it needs to be. Derek Carr is a deep threat. And it doesn't matter, he's proved it over the years. It doesn't matter if you give him a number one or not, which he has not had in the last 6 years. He has had a different weapon every year, and still he's a deep threat. So that right there shows you that it's not anything. I mean, it's not Derek Carr. It's everything else. The defense, the wide receiver, the weapons he has. And dude, we have weaponized the shit out of our offense. We were top 10 last year. Imagine what we're gonna do this year. And I'm looking at Alex Leatherwood. I'm looking at what's his name? The center.
Andre James?
Andre James. Dude, they are dominating in camp. I don't know if you saw the play where Kuntz was going against Alex Leatherwood. Dude, it got me nervous because, one, Alex Leatherwood laid him out. And the reason why it makes me nervous is because, what was all this hype about Kuntz? I thought he was really good, you know what I mean? But for Alex Leatherwood to just lay him out like he did, I was just like, wow, this is actually a good and a bad thing, because I want Kuntz to excel. But then I'm seeing Leatherwood putting in work, dude. And, man, I love our O-line. We have weapons from the wide receiver position, definitely to the tight end position, a joker position. We have a dominant running back. And then on top of that, what we've built on the defensive side, and we're still adding to that, McCoy, we're going to get right tonight. Trust me on that. I'm willing to bet $500 right now. We're going to get right tonight or tomorrow night, one of those two. But it doesn't matter. We're going to get him. But to have a defense now, it just makes me feel so much more excited, bro. I'm counting down the second until we play our first game in September because, dude, I'll tell you right now, we're going to blow. I'm not going to say we're going to blow. I'll take that back. We're not going to blow out the Ravens, but we will beat the Ravens by 7 or more points. Mm-hmm. I'm betting that. And that's going to set the tone for the rest of our season. And I'll be honest, even if we lose, let's say 30-33, I'm still going to be hyped because when you go against a high-powered offense and defense like the Ravens have, that's only going to set the tone for the rest of the season. That's why I love that we're on prime time and that we're playing such a quality team at home. But people slept on us the same
way that we did against last year.
The same right? Way we did against the Saints. We were supposed to lose 40-7 that game, right? Nah. That's not what happened. We whipped the shit out of them, bro. And I do mean because we turned it around. They were up on us by 10 points, something like that. And we came back and just smacked them across the face like, nah, not in our house, not our first game in our stadium. And on top of that, bro, I know I won't be there because your boy has rent to pay, but we're going to have the Raider Nation in the house that night, bro. That's only going to add to our momentum. It's only going to add to, because on third down, I'm telling you right now, no one's going to be able to hear shit on third down in that stadium. I'm telling you right now, no one's going to hear shit. So I say that we're going to whip on the Ravens Monday night. That's going to send a good tone. We're going to make the playoffs. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. But, dude, we have built a monster. All we got to do is unleash him. You got to take him off the leash and let him go. And that happens Monday night in September against the Ravens, and I can't fucking wait. But with that being said, bro, I appreciate you taking my call. I just had to let it out because, bro, after that first call, it got me pissed because every Sunday you always have me wearing the number 4, bro. I wear Derek Carr every Sunday, and I will continue to wear his jersey every Sunday as long as he's on our team. So just so you know, it's not Carr. It's the defense. Oh, and one thing before I leave. It was our defense last year, in my eyes, was good enough to win, to get into the playoffs. They just weren't used right. They were confused. People like Littleton, people like, what's that guy's name on the defensive line? The cat Hankins. They have mentioned in interviews, they were nice about it because you kind of have to be on interviews, but they were like, dude, and I think Merlin said something too, if I'm not mistaken, but they were all saying look, dude, we just do what our coaches say and we try to do it the best of our ability.
Facts.
And that's what Corey Littleton said. But they were all used wrong. But now that, we have, Abram going up in the box, we got that free safety, finally. Harris is gone, thank God. Anyways, we got a good pass rush, and the most important thing out of everything, bro, how I know we're gonna make the playoffs is depth. We have depth. You name a position right now, we have depth at it, and that goes from the quarterback all the way to the free safety on defense. Every position we are deep at. So I want all of our players to be healthy. But God forbid someone goes down, we have someone as the same level as them at the next, the same level to replace them. So we're deep, bro. Everyone needs to get with it. Like it or love it, Derek Carr is our guy. He will always be our guy. And, we're going to make it happen, dude. I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm a Raiders fan, and we've been saying that for years.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell me, Darion, that this year doesn't feel different than all the previous 18 years we've been playing. Ever since 2016, bro, we've been down the dumps because we take a shit after the mid-season. But nah, bro, it ain't going to happen this time because we moved our pieces right. We put them aligned perfectly. Now we just got to let them go, unleash the beast, like I was saying. And, dude, it's going to be phenomenal this year. It's going to be, oh, man, I can't fucking wait. I can't even wait for the preseason, man. I want to see what our rookies look like.
This year feels really different, bro. It really feels different.
It does. It really does. And you know what, bro? It's nice to say that, but it's also nice to mean it. Like, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm a Raiders fan, and I'm always optimistic. And we all are, right? We want the best for our team. But there's been years where I was full of it, bro. Like, hey, bro, we're going to do good this year. And I knew, like, damn, man, we don't got a quarterback. Like, blah, blah, blah. But this year, bro, it's like, what can I bang on? Not bang on, but, like, what can I knock on? Right. I can't knock on anything. Oh, the defense. Right, I can't knock on that yet because they haven't put a single down yet. We have a brand new defense, but we have a coach that's coaching them who has a resume with a couple Super Bowl rings on there. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's looking super beautiful. And, man, I love this feeling. And seriously, it's what's really getting me through this hot-ass weather working out here. Like, just hearing, podcasts, especially your content, bro. It's nice, being able to podcasts out there from what I've seen. Don't do that. I'm not knocking them, but what I'm saying is I appreciate it. And it's nice to share the love and the hope and the will with our fan base. And I know we all feel the same way about this year, but it doesn't. I'm sorry, but if you don't know what you're talking about, I can't help but knock on you. You know what I mean? Like, that first caller, man, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, bro, I know that half of the nation was yelling at their phone, like, what, bro? Like, what? Where the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, but and my thing is, when you answered, I can hear in your voice and just that tone, like, okay, yeah, he had enough too. Okay, cool. He can be my voice or our voice. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but man, it's awesome to hear you because you actually know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of people out there who think they know what they're talking about, or they just want more, I don't know, a rise out of people by saying dumb shit, bro. Like, oh, the quarterback. Okay, bro, yada, yada, yada. Oh, it's the quarterback because, he did this 4 years ago on this play. Like, come on, bro. Like, get with the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got to know what you're talking about, bro. But you know what, man? I'm sorry. I know there's other people who want to call in, bro, but I just had to, lay my 2 cents. I appreciate you letting me vent because
it's all love, man. That's why I'm here. That's why I have these shows, man.
It is. It's all love. We don't always agree, and I'm not going to say I'm right, but in this situation, or you're right, but in this situation, we're right, bro. It is car, bro. Let's just put it that way.
All right, thank you.
Know what I'm saying? But anyways, this is Raider P, and much love to you. Much love to Raider Tate, Graphk Raider. I'm going to see if I can pop in and watch you guys' show tonight. But good luck on your flag football team, bro. And just know when you score that touchdown today, just yell out that Raiders. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts, bro. So,
much love, bro. You take care, man. Bless you and your family. God bless the Raider Nation, and everybody get healthy, get vaccinated, and let's get right, bro. Love you all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you for calling up, bro. I really do appreciate it.
Much love, brother.
Much love. So, all right, y'all, that is the last call of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That is the last call of the day. And what a show that we had today, y'all. what a show we had today. We started off with the Derek Carr haters. We had Graphic Raider call up. I wasn't even supposed to be doing a 2-hour show, and we did a 2-hour show, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to thank everybody for coming up. I want to thank everybody that called up. I want to thank everybody that was in the chat. Thank y'all so much, man. We're going to be back tomorrow, Friday. We're going to probably recap the Hall of Fame game. I will be on Graphk's show tonight when I come back from my flag football game, because I have a double header. But I will have videos out for y'all about some other stuff. So make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all notifications are on. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time being at this YouTube page and you are in the chat, we do suggest that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and once the KJ Wright news come out, I will have that video up as soon as possible. And shout out to Todd Clemens. Todd Clemens, thank you so much. Good show. Have you on while I'm working? Absolutely. See, I like to have the entertainment, man. I love to have the entertainment. Kenny Mack, I appreciate you calling up, bro. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for the $5 donation. I wouldn't be Spotlight Raiders Talk without y'all or my second channel, Spotlight Sports Network. Man, it's been a fun show. Thank y'all so much, man. I love y'all so much. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Love y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. See y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Yeah.
What's a Raider, bruh? Always a Raider, bruh. Shit, simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.